Your brand new iPhone deserves the best protection, and the iLune 3-pack screen protector plus 3-pack camera lens protector has you covered. Don't take risks with your iPhone. Click the link in the video description to shop now on Amazon.
Intro music fades out. Host, welcome to Breaking Showbiz. Tonight, we're diving into a fascinating conversation with Molly Smith-Metzler and her team about the Netflix series, Sirens. What inspired them, how it compares to another classic film, and what sets it apart. We'll also explore how the show offers a fresh take on female power dynamics and Greek mythology. Join us as we break down the making of Sirens. Molly Smith-Metzler appears on screen. Host, so Molly, can you tell us about your team's fascination with Joseph L. Mankiewicz's All About Eve? How did that classic film influence your series? Molly Smith-Metzler. We're huge fans of the film. Julianne Moore has said she's a fan, and our director Nicole Kassel frequently referenced it during production. We can't testify to whether they watched it together, but we believe their enthusiasm for the film had an impact on our creative team. Host, that makes sense. One difference between Sirens and All About Eve is Simone's character development. She's not as overtly villainous as Margot Channing in Davis's iconic role. What was the thought process behind that decision? Molly Smith-Metzler. We wanted to ask our audience to decide for themselves if Simone is a monster or not. We believe Sirens has more fun with its characters, while also exploring their complexities and emotional depth. Megan Fahey and Millie Alcock appear on screen. Host, now, let's talk about how you drew comparisons between Simone and Eve. How does your show offer a fresh take on these iconic characters? Megan Fahey. We wanted to create an inverse dynamic between the two characters. While Eve presents a polished exterior, Simone is hiding a darker story beneath the surface. Millie Alcock. Our Simone isn't a traditional villain like Eve. She's broken and trying to hide her pain, whereas Eve manipulates others for her own gain. Host, that's really interesting. How does Sirens create empathy for its central character? Cinematographer Greg Middleton. The film creates an extreme close-up that puts the audience in Mikala's shoes. They feel hypnotized by her presence. But with Simone, we want the audience to invest in her story and root for her. Editor Catherine Haight. We also tried to subvert traditional female archetypes by playing with Greek mythology and the Sirens concept. We're not buying into the myths about these women being monsters. Instead, we shine a light on their humanity. Host, the tone of Sirens is quite unique, balancing drama, humor, and satire. How did you approach this blend? Catherine Haight. When we started post-production, it was clear what the tone was, even if it felt unusual at first. We were determined to make it work. Molly Smith-Metzler appears on screen. Host, Molly, finally, how does Sirens offer a female gaze in contrast to the male gaze of All About Eve? What message do you hope audiences take away? Molly Smith-Metzler. We created a show where the audience feels invested in Simone's story. We want our viewers to question why beautiful women are often blamed for their problems. It's time to challenge those stereotypes. Outro music starts. Host, that's all for tonight, folks. Thanks to Molly Smith-Metzler and her team at Breaking Showbiz for sharing the making of Sirens with us. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes content.